I'm going to show you how to connect ProtoTwin to the Mitsubishi PLC using the MELSEC protocol for virtual commissioning and controls testing. In this short tutorial, I'll be explaining how you can control a simple industrial machine, the pallet layer former, using a Mitsubishi PLC. First, open the MELSOFT GX Works3 software and create a new project. Then select the series and type of PLC you're using, including the programming language you want to use. After that, open Module Configuration. Then select the CPU, right-click and click Change CPU Model Name. Then select the CPU device you're using and click OK. Now expand the Input the Configuration Detailed Information tab to the side and enter the IP address of your device. Now open Parameter in the navigation sidebar. Open your PLC and select CPU parameter, then click Yes. Now select Operation-related settings and enable Remote Reset settings. Then click Apply. Now expand Label in the nav sidebar and click to open the global label settings. We want to add 5 labels for the in sensor of type bit, the out sensor of type bit, the end sensor of type bit, the conveyor of type bit, and the pusher of type bit. Now click the Show Details button above and enter the addresses. We'll use the first 5 bits of the internal relay area, which has address M0 up to M4. Now we're ready to start creating the control logic. Open the main program body and add a variable for the in sensor and then another variable for the out sensor. We want the conveyor motor to be on when either the in sensor or out sensor is blocked. So add an OR gate and a variable for the conveyor. Following that, add a variable for the end sensor and then add an off delay timer block. We want to activate the pusher when the end sensor is blocked, then deactivate the pusher after a 1-second delay. The control logic is done now. Click Convert, then OK to rebuild the program. Now click on Line and then write to PLC to transfer the data to the PLC. Click Select All, then click Execute, and then Yes to all. Now we want to reset and restart the CPU module, so click on Line, then Remote Operation and change the CPU operation to reset, then click Execute and Yes. Now change the operation to Run and click Execute and Yes again. Now start the Communication Settings utility from MELSOFT. Then open the wizard and set the logical station number to 1. Click Next and set the personal computer side interface to Ethernet board. Then set the Connect module and click Next again. Now set the PLC side interface. Then either enter the host IP address of the PLC or find CPU on network to locate the CPU device on your local network and click Next. You can leave these properties, click Next again, and then Finish. Finally, I recommend testing your communication. That completes the setup in GX Works. Now launch ProtoTwin Connect and open the model for the pallet layer former. Open the I/O browser and add a tag server for the PLC device. Select the Mitsubishi MELSEC protocol. Then enter a name, the host IP address. Leave the station number as 1 and set the scan rate to 10 milliseconds. Now click the Add button to manually add the tags. Enter the name, the address which we specified earlier in the video in the GX Works software, and leave the data type as bit for all the tags. You can click or Control-click to quickly create bindings for all the tags. Now swap to the Bindings tab and select the signals in the model, the entity, component, and property, to create bindings for each of the tags. The input tags are those which get written to the PLC, which then runs the program so the ProtoTwin Connect client can read the output tags. Okay, now we've set up all the bindings, we can run the simulation. Notice how when the in sensor or out sensor gets blocked, the conveyor motor's state is set to true. And when the end sensor gets blocked, the pusher actuation controller state is set to true, then reset to false 1 second after the end sensor gets cleared. And the pallet layer former appears to be working correctly. And remember, it is being controlled entirely by our Mitsubishi PLC. There's just one last thing I want to show you. If you reopen the GX Works3 software, then click the Start Monitoring button in the toolbar at the top, you should see the current Boolean values of each of the tags. This might be useful for debugging your control logic. Remember, the ProtoTwin Connect client is writing the current model values of each signal to the input tags of the PLC they are bound to. Then the PLC executes the program, after which the ProtoTwin Connect client reads the output tags and writes the model values of the pusher and conveyor motor. And that completes this short tutorial. Now you should know how to connect ProtoTwin to Mitsubishi PLCs. Thanks for watching.